Hello everyone, welcome to today's session on Goods and Service Tax Filing. So we have moved to the last topic of module 4, that is nil filing of GSTR-1 return. So in this session we are going to see what is GSTR nil returns, who are required to file it mandatorily, what are the prerequisites to file a nil GSTR return, and step by step portal demo. Then we will see how a nil return can be filed through an SMS and what are the mistakes that are required to be avoided while filing of nil return. Before we proceed with today's topic, let us quickly see what we did in our previous session. So in our previous session, we learned about the common errors that are encountered while filling and filing the GSTR-1 return. Such errors are like invoice level errors or GSTIN errors, then tax mismatches, then technical errors and table errors. Then we learned about the amendment fields that are available in the GSTR-1 return and how such amendments are used to rectify the returns. So let us begin with today's topic, that is filing of nil GSTR-1 return. So what is GSTR-1 nil return? GSTR-1 nil return is to be filed when there are no outward supplies, no invoices issued, no advances received, no debit note or credit notes issued, or any other transactions that are required to be filled in the GSTR-1 return have not taken place during the reporting period. Even if zero transaction is there, nil return is mandatory to be filed. For example, Mr. Ram is a registered person who hasn't made any supply during the month of May, but he still needs to file GSTR-1 mandatorily. Who should file nil GSTR-1 return? So, all the taxpayers who are registered under GST and who are required to disclose their sales during the reporting period through GSTR-1 return are also required to file GSTR-1 return in case of nil transaction or zero transaction during the reporting period. So, a regular taxable person, a casual taxable person, a taxpayer who has opted for quarterly return, monthly payment scheme, all are required to file GSTR-1 return even when their turnover is zero during the reporting period. So, in case of nil GSTR-1 return, there will be no B2B transactions, no B2C transactions, export transactions, advance transactions, debit notes, credit notes, or any other transactions that are required to be disclosed in GSTR-1. But still, there will be a requirement to file GSTR-1 nil return. So even a single transaction during the reporting period makes nil filing of GSTR-1 ineligible. That is, in such a case, GSTR-1 shall be filed with the disclosure of the transactions for the reporting period. Benefits of timely filing: avoid late fee and notices. So timely filing of GST returns avoids late fees and the frequency of notices issued by the GST department. It maintains compliance ratings, that is, the portal assigns ratings to the taxpayers, and hence if the returns are timely filed, the ratings will be good and it will ultimately enhance the credibility of the taxpayer. It helps ITC pass through. So if a GSTR-1 return has not been filed within the due date for the reporting period, then the benefit of input tax credit will not be available to the buyer during that month. So if the due date for filing of GSTR-1 return for the month of May was 11th of June, but it was filed belatedly on 15th of June. So the buyers will not be able to claim the input tax credit during the month of June. Rather, they will be able to claim the benefit of input tax credit in the month of July. Next, good for loans and tenders. Many a times, financial institutions like banks or NBFCs ask for GST returns, that too updated GST returns, to ascertain the eligibility of loan. Similarly, in many tenders, updated GST returns is a mandatory criteria for qualifying the technical bid. So there are multiple benefits of filing the GSTR-1 return on timely basis. Then what are the filing options of GSTR-1 nil return? So nil GSTR-1 return can be filed through the GST portal, that is by logging into your account. It can also be filed through SMS mode. This option is available for small taxpayers where the registered mobile number can be used to file the return through an SMS. Or it can also be filed through offline utility. This option is rarely used as it takes a lot of time to generate the JSON file, then upload the JSON to the GST portal and finally submit the return. So it is a time taking process, so it is very rarely used. Then what are the prerequisites before filing of GSTR-1 nil return? So there must be a portal login. So every taxpayer has been assigned with an ID and password to login into his account. Then there will be no invoice or no documents issued during the reporting period. Then no advance or tax recorded in the respective columns. And for SMS facility, there must be a registered mobile number linked to your GSTIN account. So for portal login, we have to first visit the GST website, that is www.gst.gov.in. Then after logging into our account, we have to select the return option. Under return option, we will get the file returns option. And after that, we have to select the period and prepare online option. Then after selecting the prepare online option, we will get a checkbox which will denote file nil GSTR-1 return. We have to tick mark in this checkbox and proceed to file the return. Then we have to generate the summary, then preview, and finally we can file the return through an SMS or OTP or a digital signature certificate. SMS filing format. So through SMS we can file our GST returns, that is nil return. We have to send an SMS to the number 14409. The format will be nil, then R1, then the GSTIN, then the tax period. For example, for May 2025, we have to file a nil GST return. Then we have to type NIL nil space R1. This denotes the GSTR-1 return. Then again space. Then we have to mention our GST number. The 15-digit GST number must be entered correctly. Then again a space, and we have to select the month, that is 5th month, and the year, that is 2025. Then we have to send this to 14409, and then an OTP will come. We have to confirm the OTP by typing CNF space the OTP and submit it. In this way, we can file a nil GST return through SMS. So mistakes to avoid. So before filing the nil GSTR-1 return, it must be ensured that during the reporting period, no e-way bill has been generated or no e-invoice has been generated. If these have been generated during the reporting period and we did not report them in the GSTR-1 return, then there will be a mismatch and the department will issue a notice for the mismatch. So there could be mistakes like attempting to file a nil return after uploading the invoices, or not checking if auto-populated data exists, then ignoring the SMS of confirmation and submission, and forgetting to download the acknowledgement of final submission of GSTR-1 return. So that's it for today's session, and this brings us to the end of module 4. So in our next module, we will see GSTR 3B returns. So see you soon. Thank you.